Welcome to the Rustic Garden Homestead. This video is really about, should I plant tomato transplants or should I direct seed tomatoes? So I'm going to give you guys a quiz. I'm going to ask you which ones were direct seeded and which ones were transplants. And I'll, give you a second to think about it, and then I'll give you the answer, of course. The bottom line is that you plant tomato plants into the ground, be it seeds or be it your transplants, when the soil is warm enough to stimulate the root growth and give the roots the message that, hey, it's warm, I want to accelerate growth. When you direct seed, the top of the plants, the upper green growth, may look like it's not growing really quickly, but the roots are developing. And soon as that soil warms up, those direct seeded plants, because of the really nice root system it formed, take off and accelerate growth, and they catch up to your transplants. So I gave you a little bit of foreshadowing. When you grow transplants, be them, maybe they're 4 weeks old, 6 weeks old, even 12 weeks old. Putting them out early into cold soil isn't going to get you a harvest sooner. You have to get them into the ground when the soil is warm. So let me show you a couple tomato plants, and you can decide which ones were direct seeded. And these actually were direct seeded by nature, meaning they just popped up from tomatoes that fell on the ground last year. Here's one section of my garden where I grow tomatoes. Shade cloth is out. If you want some information on how to beat heat waves for your garden, please check out the linked video. So in this space, I have 2 tomato plants. Here's one. Which one of these are transplants, or is a transplant, and which one of these was direct seeded in the ground? Let me step back too, so you can kind of see the growth. And the answer is the one on the left was direct seeded. The plant came up here well after I put in about a 6-8 week old transplant into this corner. You can see that it is quickly caught up to the plant right here. Now granted, the one on the left is a cherry tomato. They tend to grow much more quickly, but I didn't have to really, grow a transplant. You only really grow transplants. One, it's fun, gives you something to do, but you really only have to grow them if you have a short growing season, and getting a larger plant out into the right soil temperature will end up getting you a harvest more quickly. Like in Maryland here, that's why I'm in Maryland Zone 7, I don't really get enough cold, the frost, until October. So I can grow tomatoes for a long time. So really, I can do a lot of direct seeding next year, and I can skip the whole transplant process. Let me show you another space. Now the one I'm showing you was a transplant. Bought it from a store, at least 8 weeks old when it went into here. And again, the plants are battered up from the heat and some disease. It's a sun gold, and it looks pretty good. It's going to be all right. The new growth is nice and green. Well after I put that plant in, a tomato sprouted up here, and I let it go. This is a direct seeded cherry type. Could possibly be a sun gold because I grew them here last year. No work really had to be done with this. I just kind of let it grow, and I will clean it up a little bit, stake it up. Here's another tomato that just popped up, another one that just popped up. Now these will actually catch up to the plants here, believe it or not. These, of course, are already producing, and you're going to get fruit sooner. But you do have time to definitely direct seed determinate variety tomatoes, which get to a set height, flower, and fruit, and then they finish up. You can even direct seed, I think, cherry tomatoes now, if you're in a similar zone to Maryland Zone 7. They will grow extremely quickly with the warmth of the soil. With these heat waves that are coming in, you do have to protect them. I have a lot of shade cloth. What's interesting is and there's tomatoes just popping up, right back there. So these are all nature sown tomatoes. If you were going to do this as a plan, you could put your tomato seeds in the targeted spots, probably, beginning of April. You may still get a frost, the ground's going to be cold, but it's not going to freeze through. Anyway, the tomato seeds can survive. They're going to pop when the soil is right. They're going to develop the roots grow slowly, and then soon as the warmth comes regularly in your area, which is May for me, for tomatoes, they're just gonna take off and accelerate. So you could direct seed in April, and then you will really have plants that are at least as large as that, or even bigger, just depending on what you're growing. This is my favorite example, and I think this really shows you the power of just direct seeding your tomato plants. Again, you have to be in a similar zone to Maryland Zone 7. Our last frost is usually in April. Our first frost is usually end of October, just to give you a reference. 3 plants, one of these popped up on their own. In here, I have information on, when the plant started as transplants, when they were put in the ground. But let me just give you a close look before I get into that. So which one do you think seeded itself? And the answer is the brandywine over here. Not sure if it's a pink or yellow brandywine. I had brandywines in here last year. It's just a beautiful plant. And this plant, the brandywines, potato leaf variety, by the way, is really prone to diseases. A stronger plant with a stronger root system very often can fight off diseases and pests better because it's just a stronger plant. When you're actually putting in transplants into the ground, they have that little root ball. You might have great, huge upper green growth, and then you put it into the soil. The root ball's really not big enough to support the upper growth. Until that root system establishes and gets larger, the plant can kind of sit there and struggle. Also, if you put it in too early with cooler soil, the plant sits there. This guy was only a couple inches tall when I had these growing in this space for a good, 2 weeks. The plants were taller, they were in sooner, they were bigger, they were growing, and then I noticed, a bunch of tomatoes over here. And again, this guy maybe it was 2 inches tall. I don't really remember, but it was small. That's what, 5 centimeters, not very big. Look at it now. I mean, it's just a beautiful plant. And let's see if we can find some of the data down here. So these were started as transplants on 3/21, March 21st. And they were grown inside, got them to a good size. They're probably 12 inches tall. They were actually in bigger pots, so the root balls were bigger. Went into the ground, let's see, we did it on the 21st. Probably put them in, maybe it's 6 weeks or 8 weeks. I've been experimenting with that, just younger plants. So that would put them in towards the end of April, first week of May. And that's also when the soil is warmer. And they look pretty good, However, the guy that was put in by nature, grew on its own, I think is a much healthier plant. The leaves are darker. And there's really no difference. Again, if you enjoy growing transplants, you have a shorter growing season, there's reason to do it. But I'm just saying, you don't have to. It's all about timing, getting the seeds, getting the transplants into the warm soil, letting the plants grow. The direct seeded plants, and we'll finish up here, because they are growing in the ground, they germinate, they develop really nice root systems. They can grow much more slowly, develop a strong root system, a little upper green growth, and then when the conditions are right, they take off, they flourish, and they grow extremely quickly. We do it a little bit backwards indoors. We have a smaller root ball, grow lots of green growth. When we put them outside, it takes time for the root system to really grow, establish, spread out to support that upper growth. The difference is that inside you have these nice cool lights, cool temperature. The plants are really pampered. You bring them out here, they're getting hit by the sun. Water evaporates more quickly. They're getting a little bit beat up. Even though they're acclimated and used to it, the root system just can't support the growth. Think about it. Big plant, all this water around here, nice root system, able to pull in what it needs. Little tiny root ball, doesn't matter how much water's around here in the beginning, the root systems haven't reached out there. So that root ball can dry out really quickly. Sometimes we don't water our transplants enough. The plants struggle. Eventually they catch on, they do good, things are fine. But if you want to think about direct seeding plants, your tomato plants. You can direct seed them, similar zones as Maryland Zone 7. Put the seeds out sometime in April, just let them go, and your plants will do fine. You're not losing that much time, comparatively speaking. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. I sell tomato and pepper seeds for $1.75 a pack. All other seeds are only $1.50. And I'm going to be doing a video, probably releasing it tomorrow, on whether or not you should prune your tomato plants. This is actually an unpruned tomato plant. It's massive, 35 tomatoes on there. I'll be talking about that in the next video. Thanks for watching.